When I move the pupil, it is going outside the eye. And when I use the cutter node and move the pupil, we can see that it stays inside the eye. In this video, I'll show you how to use the cutter node to create this setup. I have created this ogre. This is the node view. This is the hair. This is the mouth, nose, ears, eyebrow, face. And for the eye, I have created an eye group. So to enter the group, I'll click over here. So this is the pupil and this is the eye. Right now, if I move the pupil, it is coming out of the eye. So I want it to stay inside the eye no matter where I move it. So to add the cutter node, I can add it from the node library. Select the node and drag it to the node view. Or the other option is, in the node view, I can hit enter and then in the search, type the name of the node and then click on it. This is the cutter node. So it has two inputs and one output port. So the first input is for the image that we want to connect to the cutter, which we want to view, and the second input is for the mat. So I want to view the pupil inside the eye. So I will connect the pupil to the input port, the first one, which is the image, like this. This is one way to connect it. The other option is hold the Alt key and then move the node and it will get connected automatically. And if I want to remove it, I hold the Alt key and then move it out. Right now the cutter node will not work because I still need to add the mat input. So for the mat input, I will connect the eye from here. Connection from the eye is on the mat input and one is on the eye composite node. And as soon as I connect the mat, the pupil is not visible in the camera view. If I select the pupil and move it outside the eye, I can see it, but as soon as I move it in, it disappears. So I want the pupil to be visible and be inside the eye all the time. So in the cutter node, we have this yellow icon. We can click on it. This will open the properties for the cutter node. And we have one option in this, which is inverted. So I will enable this. And once I enable it, I can see the pupil. Without going to the properties, if I click on this, I can enable or disable the inverted option for the cutter. So when the inverted option is enabled, this is white, and when it is disabled, this is black. Now I'll move the pupil. So now the pupil stays inside the eye no matter where I move it. But we have one more issue now. The black stroke on the eye is missing, so I need the black stroke covering the eye. So we can fix this. I will duplicate the eye node, select the node, click on the top, go to nodes and choose the option duplicate selected nodes. So this node will have the same drawing which was in the eye node. Now I will open the properties for this. Click on the drawing tab and it has all the 4 art layers: the overlay, the line art, the color art and the underlay art. So I only need the overlay art, so I'm going to uncheck the other 3. So while the node is selected, I'll click on drawing view, and right now I am in the line art layer for this node. I'll select the line art, copy it, go to the overlay art layer, paste it over here. So I only need the line art drawing, I don't need the color. We can see that if I go to the color art layer, the color is in the color art layer and the line art is in the line art layer. So I have already disabled all these 3 layers by unchecking them. Only the overlay art layer is enabled. Now I'll connect this eye over here, and in the eye composite node, I'll move it ahead of the cutter. Now if I select the pupil and move it, we can see that the stroke is visible now. The black stroke is visible. If I disable this node, then it is gone. So now the pupil stays inside the eye and the outer stroke is also fixed.